All right, Dean, welcome in. Ryan Trengrove here, Class A Pro recording. Good to see you. Looking forward to work today. All right, let's see what's happening here. I want to do it side by side today because this can usually help us. Let's see what's going on. So here we go. You said you feel like your head position's moving too much to the side. No, I'm just recording this for the recording, which that's a valid thing. Now, one thing, I have a super wide stance, more wide than you. Do you see that? Okay, so that would be a point of interest, right? My grip's over more to the right for sure. Yeah, you've got a pretty weak right and left hand there. I agree. Look, the left hand is here. The right hand is there for you. And then my hand, I got my left hand going there and the right hand here. Yeah, so but that's worth club face 2 open can definitely affect the ball not going as far. All right, so then as you'll see, I go back here, right? Let's see. So I get that the 50-50 coil. Okay, now let's see. As you're making your coil, you're not coiling. So see how your left knee went the other way, meaning your knee's out this side like this instead of it going where? In. It's supposed to come in. Are you with me? Because lets you make a better turn when that happens. Because see how you're not taking it fully back because the knee. So let me talk about that real fast. So look, when I'm going back, it's the shoulders move the triangle, which then brings the left hip and left knee in. You see, that's an important key. I know that, and I try to do it. It's okay. Now we know that we should focus on that first today. That's definitely an important thing because you're not getting the coil then. Look, here again, one more example, and then we'll I know you do, but it's important to show you. Okay, so look, there's a method to my madness. Just follow along, I promise. All right, look at this. Look. So yeah, so if we look at where the left knee is, you see it? So we need to get your left knee. Mm-hmm. Good. Please keep doing what I ask, and it's going to come. I'm telling you, this week, 2 days ago, I just had a student break 80 for the first time. I get it. It comes. It's coming together. All right, let's take a look now and see what happened next. Oh, yeah, let's see your takeaway. So that's our next thing. So let's trace the club head going back because we got to see if you're doing your crescent moon or not. Here we go. It is better. Your hands are away from your body. Now you've got space here, where before there was no space there at all, you know? Absolutely. And keep doing it because look, when I took it back for this 298-yard drive, look how far out I go with the club. Look, I'm all the way out to that picture on the wall. You know what I mean? Right? Okay. And then let's see as you keep going. Let's see where this goes. Okay. So you go up this way. I really think the left knee is restricting your coil. Your back's supposed to turn to the target and your hip and your knee are supposed to come around. We need you to use the full potential of your body to get the most distance, of course, and speed. Okay, so that's the biggest thing is the left knee at the top. Okay, and because the left knee is not in the right spot, it throws off your weight shift. See, when I'm going back, because of me letting my knee under, I call it like the knee's going in or under me, you'll see the pressure I get to at the top is 50-50 pressure. So see how the pressure, look, 51-49. So basically, okay, so we're going to work on that in a second. Here we go. Now, coming down. Let's see where you go here coming down. Okay. So we're looking to see the elbow come in to make some crescent moon. This is nice to see on this swing that you're getting some crescent. Now, you could still emphasize a little bit more crescent moon, but this is definitely more than we had when we began. And this is actually, of all the shots that I've seen you walk in the door doing, that's the most you've stayed back with your head. Look, there you actually have ample space here for that's the first time walking in the door that you did that, right? And then if you watch here as I bring the club down, let's look at the crescent moon. I bring it very narrow coming in, you know, and this is where all the speed comes from with it. You know what I mean? That's what I'm using to generate the speed, not the body position moving. And then here at impact, you can see you are doing better with head and your hip position. To me, the big opportunity here still, because you can see you have the power triangle like I do. Look, that's there. So the problem it has to still do with making the crescent moon have a bigger differential, but and which is consistent with your objective of the head, because remember, when you were emphasizing the narrower inside, that did what to your head? It kept it from going forward. And it's not a surprise that this drive, for the record, went 236, okay, and you started out at 200. So that's almost 35 yards longer, just from better technique in that regard. Okay, now let's just look at the side view real quick here, just to see if there's anything that's important to note about the side view. But right now, I have to continue to try to get the end of your stick to make a bigger crescent moon. The end of your stick has to make a larger crescent moon. You're totally capable of that, in my opinion. Okay, so let's see the plane. So you go up like this. Okay, and then you're bringing it around. Yeah, so it's not the plane. The plane is absolutely fine, right? And then if we look, the only difference is, so I go up also, and then I go from the inside. Oh yeah, absolutely. Power move, man. Going back like that and dropping it in creates a lot of speed. That's what Freddie does. Absolutely, many players do. I call it up and under, but look at the rear line. So the rear, look, that's the other piece to our puzzle, is figuring out the rear line. But the difference there is in the foot pressure. My balance is on the balls of my feet at the starting point. Your balance is on your heels at the start. Look, see how my heels are off the ground? Are you with me? So that would be the only other thing. But your plane is fine.